Today, I will be sharing my group's strategic audit report on Office Depot. Our table of contents. So first I will be going over my executive summary, the strategy analysis, performance analysis, internal analysis, external environment analysis, strategic options and evaluations, and strategic recommendations. So a little bit about Office Depot. They are the leading provider of business services, supplies, products, and technology solutions. They have 38,000 associates employed through Office Depot and approximately 1,400 retail stores in North America and abroad. So the executive summary. The strategic analysis report of Office Depot will go into depth about the history, current situation, corporate governance, external and internal environments, strategic alternatives, recommended strategy, implementation, and evaluation and control of the company. Since the start of COVID-19 pandemic, Office Depot's sales have decreased between the months of January and February in 2020. This is because more people were working from home and needed less office supplies as they were mainly working with electronics. Though in March 2020, there was a huge increase in need for office supplies, which helped the company for the loss they encountered in previous months. The company's biggest strength is that they are a well-known brand that is known for the integrity of its products. Their top weakness is that they have been slow to move onto an online retail site. Though they do have a website, it is not easy to navigate. Then their top opportunity is to create better business opportunities to be able to rebrand and create more popular items to attract new customers. Lastly, the top threat to Office Depot is the shift of people working from home and no longer in an office. Office Depot has loyal customers due to their competitive prices within the office supplies industry. In addition, they have strong customer service and that allows them to be responsive to customer needs. This is how Office Depot is able to gain a competitive advantage against their competitors like Staples. Office Depot should focus on improving their website and expanding their product range. These two recommendations are business and functional level strategies. To implement these strategies, the executives would need to oversee these two divisions. Both of these strategies can create short and long-term effects on the company. The implementation section of this report will go into more depth. Now the strategy analysis. One of the ones we thought of was horizontal integration. Office Depot is seeking ownership or control over competitors. For example, Office Depot merged with Viking Office Products and then also Office Max. These allowed the company to grow by combining these companies into one, becoming Office Depot Inc. Next is market development. Office Depot uses this strategy by introducing their present products into new geographic areas. Office Depot currently sells to customers in 60 countries throughout North America, Europe, Asia, and Latin America. Lastly, there is unrelated diversification. Office Depot uses unrelated diversification by adding new and unrelated products. For example, they sell cleaning supplies and break room snacks. This somewhat follows the normal office supplies, but is different from the normal pens and papers. They are trying to become a one-stop shop for all office needs, even cleaning and snacks. So more on the strategy analysis, we'll go into depth with the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. First, we have their strengths. The company has begun focusing on providing services along with products. This is allowing Office Depot to bring in a new customer base who is interested in the services they provide. Office Depot has a strong customer service which allows them to be responsive to customer needs. They offer competitive prices, allowing them to compete with customers. Office Depot is also a well-known brand that is known for the integrity of their products. People will want to shop here to make sure they're getting good quality products. Weaknesses. The brand has been slow to move onto an online retail site. This is a major weakness because their competitors have strong websites that engage the customers online. The brand has a lack of advertising and marketing, so a lot of people are not aware of the new services or products they are offering. They are missing out on sales and revenue due to the failure to expose the updates. Office Depot only offers office supplies which are not needed today with the advancements in technology. Opportunities. The company should update the website to make it more engaging and easier to shop online. To create better business opportunities, it could be rebranded by creating more popular items to attract new customers. Office Depot could expand the products they carry to expand their target customers. They started to do this by offering snacks and paper supplies that would be used in an office. Threats. The shift of people working from home and no longer in the office, so people are not buying as much office supplies as in the past. The rise of online shopping at places like Amazon and Target has caused people to shop at places that offer tons of different products while Office Depot is more limited. The lack of supplies available because supply chain issues caused by COVID will hurt the company if their competitors get the products first. Performance analysis. Office Depot is the second largest operator of office supplies in the United States. They currently have around 50,000 employees and operate 870 retail stores in 44 states. According to Office Depot's full-year summary in 2020, the company did not perform well. Revenue was reported at $9.7 billion, which is down 9% from the previous year. The earnings per share were reported as a loss of $6.05 per share, which is roughly negative 10.5% from the previous year. They currently hold $2.3 billion in market value and reported profits of $99 million, which is down 4.8% from the year prior. In summary, the company still holds a great share of the market, but they are starting to lose that market share and it is reflected in their revenues, profits, and return on investment. And now looking at the performance analysis with financial ratios. This table to the left shows the comparison in financial ratios of Office Depot, Amazon, and Walmart for 2018, 19, and 20. The three ratios that are important are current ratio, long-term debt capital, and return on equity. First, the current ratio formula is current assets divided by current liabilities. It shows how short-term liquidity is measured. Based on the table, Office Depot's current ratio is higher compared to Amazon and Walmart. This means that Office Depot has a greater amount of cash. Next, the long-term debt and capital is taking the long-term debt divided by long-term debt plus total equity. Office Depot's long-term debt ratio is lower than Amazon and Walmart. This means that Office Depot has a lower financial status compared to Amazon and Walmart. Finally, the last ratio is return on equity, which determines the amount of profit being used on its equity. Return on equity is net income divided by total equity. Office Depot's ROE is also lower than Amazon and Walmart, which means Office Depot is not earning much in their profit. As a result, Office Depot must figure out a way to earn more debt, capital, and return on equity to stay on track with Amazon and Walmart to remain a competitive advantage. Next is the three indicators. So this table above shows Office Depot's financial position using the net income, total equity, and net change in cash. The net income was steady from 2018 to 2019 at $99 million and decreased dramatically, going to a negative $319 million at the end of 2020. We can see that COVID-19 has affected Office Depot dramatically. The total equity from 2018 through 2020 was closer in range. but after increasing about $50 million from year 1 to year 2, it decreased by about $300 million. The net cash flow was negative $470 billion in 2018, which means the business had more outgoing money than money going into the business. In 2019 and 2020, the net cash flow was positive, so the business started seeing more money coming in than out. Now looking at internal analysis. So first is the corporate structure. Office Depot is headquartered in Boca Raton, Florida, and is located in the United States, Puerto Rico, and Canada. Over the years, starting in 2013, Office Depot has decided to change its organizational structure for better growth in the future. This transformation helped the company make better decisions in the long run. As of right now, the main executive and CEO of Office Depot is Gary P. Smith. The company is structured in 3 sections, which are Business Solutions, Retail, and CompuCon. Each of these sections offers office supplies, products, and services, cleaning and breaking down supplies and technology services, copy and print services, office and furniture products, ed services through sales forces, catalogs, and telesales. Now for corporate culture. Office Depot's culture is known for its diversity and inclusion of its employees. Their main goal is to provide all the necessary products for customers to expand their businesses. A major strength is offering support in the workplace environment because they care about their diversity goals and helping customers with their needs. They are also dedicated to following the 5C culture of customer commitment, change, caring, and creativity. This means customers and employees should be respectful and treat each other equally. The 4 P's of marketing. First, we have product. The products we chose to look at were printers. They offer various different printers, and their website is laid out clearly so you can choose between size, use, or brand. The product we looked at was the Brother DCP L2550DW wireless monochrome laser all-in-one printer. So the price of this printer is $183.99 and is good for at-home office. It is a fair price and is comparable to the prices with some of their other competitors. The place Office Depot sells their items online and in stores and promotion. Office Depot uses local inventory ads from Google Shopping. The ads show customers browsing the web about products they offer and local stores to find them at. They promote their price match guarantees so customers know if another store offers it at a lower price, we will match it. So now the external environment analysis. First, we're going to look at economic trends. There are 3 that we chose. The first one being inflation. This will be a threat to Office Depot as it has caused consumer prices to jump 4.2% this year, 2021. Since the prices have risen and less people are wanting to work, this could negatively impact the company as many people are not going to buy office supplies. The next one is unemployment. This is also a threat to Office Depot in a way that if people are not working, the company won't have workers. If people aren't working, they're not getting money in which they could possibly spend at Office Depot. Lastly is demand shifts for different goods and services. In recent years, there has been a shift to more people working remote and online. Technology has shifted more jobs to working on computers rather than pen and paper. This could be an opportunity for Office Depot if they focus on the computer and service side of their business. This could be a large opportunity for the company. Technological trends, cybersecurity. This would be an opportunity for Office Depot as their websites and information have been hacked in the past. Looking into cybersecurity may be beneficial to them. This will prevent cyber attacks from happening in the future and minimize conflicts with customers. Predictive analytics. This would be a great opportunity for Office Depot because this will allow them to gain data about what their customers are most interested in and buying more of. This will allow the company to determine what they should and shouldn't sell based on what the customers like. Online retail. Over the years, online retail has become many customers' preferred way of shopping because it is easier than going to a store. This is a threat to Office Depot and other stores because shops like Amazon are taking over the industry. Political legal trends. Tariffs, particularly on steel and aluminum. This would be a threat to Office Depot because the price of these materials is increasing, which would increase the production costs for the company when using steel or aluminum. Import-export regulation. This means that most imports and exports are increasing. This high level of imports indicates a growing economy. The growing economy would allow an increase in customer spending. This is an opportunity for Office Depot because the economy's growth is beneficial to their sales. Natural environmental regulations. If the environment regulations in the United States becomes more intense, they will affect the cost of the company's production. Companies will have to find greener and more effective ways to produce products, and this may be more costly. This may be a threat to Office Depot because this will make the costs increase, and if the sales do not increase, they will operate at a loss. Sociocultural trends. Influencers. In today's society, there is a role of influencers and it is continuing to grow. Other companies are paying influencers to talk about their products while Office Depot does not. The role of influencers poses a threat to Office Depot as they are spreading the word to a variety of people about other companies. Regional changes in tastes and preferences. This can pose a threat to Office Depot as many customers may change to a different supplier. This might be because of the competitor is offering better products at a better price compared to Office Depot. Attitudes towards retirement. In the United States, more people are retiring later in their lives than in past years. This may be an opportunity for Office Depot. If more people are working, it will allow them to have money to spend, which may help Office Depot sales. External environment. 5 forces. The threat of new entrants. Office Depot faces a low threat of new entrants. It costs a lot of money for new companies to get to the level of Office Depot is at. Any threat to Office Depot right now will be from the other big companies that have already established in the business like Staples, Walmart, and Amazon. Bargaining power of buyers. There is a high threat because they have different options of stores that they can go to get items that they need. Threat of substitute products or services is high for Office Depot because most of the products they offer, many other companies also sell. Bargaining power of suppliers is low because suppliers will want to get in with big companies like Office Depot or Staples that want to do business with them. And rivalry among competitive firms is also high for Office Depot because there are many successful companies in the same industry like Best Buy, Walmart, Staples, and Amazon. Strategic options and evaluations. So first up is implementation. It is up to executives to set standards and limits within their respective departments, budgets, quantitative limitations, and regards to products, expectations, and processes must be developed in order to ensure quality and control so the company can continue to function while these new strategies are being implemented. Evaluation and control. It is important that a firm is evaluating their financial position often to make sure that they are operating their business while earning money. Office Depot should use a projected financial statement analysis to evaluate their financial position. This analysis will forecast the expected financial results by developing income statements and balancing sheets for future periods of time. This will help Office Depot because they need to focus on their future earnings to make sure they do not decrease. If the company isn't operating at a profit, it will be hard to sustain the business. The projected financial statement analysis will be helpful for Office Depot to plan their future strategies. Lastly is strategic recommendations. So based on the SWOT matrix, our recommendations are to create the option of providing strong customer service online and on their website, expand their product range with competitive prices to maintain a competitive advantage. Creating a better website and online presence will decrease the company's weakness in online retail. With the opportunity of rebranding, they will be able to increase their advertising, decreasing that weakness. Having the opportunity to expand on the products they carry will help minimize the weakness of only offering office supplies. Offering competitive prices will lower the threat of consumers buying supplies elsewhere. We can minimize the weakness of online retail by revamping the company's website, and this will help avoid the threat of consumers buying from online companies. And by advertising more, the company will decrease their weakness in advertising, which will help avoid consumers not buying office supplies.